On the night of September 12th, 1952, something streaked across the sky over rural West Virginia. People described it as a fiery object, bright, fast and completely silent. Minutes later, a group of children followed it into the woods. What they claimed to encounter would become one of the most famous and unsettling cases in American paranormal history. This is the true story of the Flatwoods monster. Flatwoods was a small Appalachian town, surrounded by dense forest and steep hills. In the early 1950s, it was isolated, quiet, and deeply rural. Everyone knew everyone. There were no streetlights in the hills, no easy access to help. And at night, the woods swallowed sound completely. That isolation would matter, because when something fell from the sky, there was nowhere to hide. Just after dark, several residents saw a bright object streak overhead. It appeared to descend toward a nearby hillside, known as Bailey Fisher Farm. Witnesses described a glowing trail, a sharp angle of descent, a sudden disappearance behind the trees. People assumed it was a plane crash, or possibly a meteor. Concerns spread quickly. A group of local boys decided to investigate. The group included 3 young boys, their mother, Kathleen May, and a local National Guardsman, Gene Lemon. This detail matters. Gene Lemon was not a child. He had military experience and training. Armed with a flashlight, they climbed the hill toward where the object appeared to land. The air, they said, felt heavy. As they approached the top of the hill, they noticed something strange. A thick mist hung low over the ground. It burned their eyes and throats. Some described it as metallic. Others said it smelled like sulfur. Then the flashlight beam caught something ahead. Something tall. Standing near a tree was a figure over 10 feet tall. It had a dark, non-human body, long arms that hung low, and a head shaped like a pointed hood or spade. The face glowed red. 2 bright circular eyes stared back at them. Witnesses said the creature made a hissing sound and slowly moved toward them. The group panicked. They ran. Back in town, the witnesses were in shock. Some were nauseous. Others complained of burning eyes and throats. Kathleen May later became seriously ill and required medical attention. This wasn't just fear. Something physical had happened. Within days, newspapers across the country picked up the story. The creature became known as the Flatwoods Monster, or the Braxton County Monster. The National Guard investigated the area. They found no wreckage, no crater, no explanation. But the witnesses never changed their story. Skeptics proposed several theories. The most common, a barn owl perched in a tree, seen through mist illuminated by a flashlight. Others suggested a meteor combined with panic mass misidentification. But these explanations struggled to explain the size, the shape, the coordinated eyewitness accounts, the physical symptoms, especially from a trained guardsman. The Flatwoods encounter stands apart from many cryptid stories because the witnesses were identified. The timeline was immediate. Authorities were involved. The story never escalated or changed. Whatever they saw the same thing. Today, Flatwoods embraces the legend. There's a museum, festivals, and a permanent place in Appalachian folklore. But many researchers believe the Flatwoods monster wasn't a monster at all. They believe it was something else, something not meant to be understood. And like the Mothman sightings that would follow years later, it appeared suddenly, terrified witnesses, and vanished. Was the Flatwoods monster a creature, a misidentification, or something that came from the sky? Subscribe for more true horror stories.